I thought I'd make this real quick. I had a fan contact me that watched the Washita Beast incident. Now, the film has been very, very popular. It was based on a true story. Real. That's real. And they said, and they had a very good point about the movie. As you know, Mark and his friend were hiking and they split up. And Mark went ahead and went over the ridge by himself where he ran into the Washita Beast, Bigfoot. And she was so intrigued, she says, why didn't they tell what happened to the other guy? Why did they split up? I'm not sure. Why did they split up? And why didn't they tell about that? And you know, she's right. It would have been great because here's what actually happened because it was a true event. Mark and his friends split up because the trail had not been cleared for several years. It was almost impossible to find the trail. Mark felt he could find it. He's an old camper. He had his compass and everything. And he decided to go ahead and try to make the trail. And his friend was going to take a different trail, and they were going to meet lower down after they got off the ridge. They were going to meet at a little meeting spot. This is the part you didn't hear in the movie. So Mark's friend actually never knew what happened because Mark, when he got down there after all that event and he ran up with him, they met together again where they're supposed to meet, Mark never told him anything. You know, it was a terrifying event. Nobody's going to believe. He didn't think even his friend would believe it, and he kept it secret for way over 20 years. Now, that was left out of the movie. And I explained to her, I said, well, it's left out of the movie because we're only given so many minutes to do the movie, and then we have to take so many minutes for them to put the ads in. That's how they make their money. And people don't understand we have to do this. All the ads are in there. We have to go in there. We have so many minutes. They have to be so many minutes after the start, so many minutes before the end, so many minutes apart. We have to do all that. A lot of work. And so they left that little piece out about Mark's friend never knowing what had happened on the ridge and that they had actually split up because the trail had not been cleared for several years. It was almost impossible to find. Mark felt he could do it, and he did accomplish it. His friend went out and ended up having to go all the way back around to get to the other side because he couldn't find his way through the woods. It's tough up there. And that's where him and Mark met up. But you didn't see that part in the movie because there wasn't enough time to put it in there. But Mark never told the guy he was with what actually happened. It went for years and nobody knew. So now you know the part of the Washita Beast incident that wasn't included in the movie. I wish we'd found a way to do it, but it drew people's curiosity. Everybody's still watching that movie. They love that movie. It is based on a true event.